Let's take a look at Plumbs' bespoke traditional loose covers. This range of covers is the perfect choice if you want the look of tailored upholstering that's been expertly handmade to follow precisely the curves and contours of your furniture. And because it's such a tailored service, these covers need to be handmade on the actual piece of furniture. So it'll usually need to be taken to one of Plumbs' workshops throughout the UK, where their specialist loose cover makers use traditional skills to create individual patterns for each piece, although in some cases the patterns can be made in the home.
I served an apprenticeship as an upholsterer and loose cover maker for 8 years when I was 16, which seems an awful long time ago now. But I've been in the business ever since.
When the home consultant called in to see Pam Hughes, there were quite a few different pieces of furniture to consider. Pam had a sofa, 2 chairs, a footstool and 4 dining chairs that were all lacking coordination and all in need of a bright new look. She'd also decided on new curtains to complete the makeover of her room. After a good look through the fabrics, they agreed that the burgundy and champagne colours from the Mandalay range would work really well together and complement the colours Pam had already used in her adjoining kitchen. The large photos and fabric samples gave Pam a clear idea of how her furniture and the curtains would look, and that the burgundy and beige contrast would be just right for the room. The home consultant made all the arrangements for the furniture to be collected and carefully loaded onto the van, ready for its trip to the workshop. The next time Pam would see her sofas and chairs, they'd be completely transformed. Pam was sent large samples from the actual rolls of fabric to be used for her covers, so she could make sure she was totally happy with her choice before any work started. Traditional loose cover making relies totally on the skills and experience of the cover maker. Each carefully detailed pattern piece is cut and pinned in place. As the pattern takes shape, you can appreciate that this isn't a quick process. The cover maker has to take into account the direction and scale of the pattern, making sure on the arms, for example, that any pattern is properly centred. Many hours later, and the patterns are all painstakingly cut out. The machinists and cutters work very closely together to make sure that everything fits perfectly. Seams are overlocked, edges are hemmed, and zips are attached before the valance is fitted. Pam's dining chairs get exactly the same treatment and are sewn and fitted with the same attention to detail. Once it's all completed, everything is protected and packed, ready for delivery. With the furniture unwrapped and put into place and the new curtains fitted, Pam was able to see her wonderful new look for the first time. The transformation was complete. In fact, Pam was so pleased she decided to have her sofa bed recovered as well.
Oh, I absolutely loved it. I was really thrilled to bits with it. It was beyond my expectations, really. It just looked like new. The home consultant came to see me and she had 2 large books of swatches. It was a fun process, really, and she was very, very helpful. She was very good with her advice. You know, she helped me pick something that perhaps I might not have thought of myself. The service I had from Plumbs was excellent. It was very personal throughout. I was kept informed all the time of what was happening. I always knew where we were up to with the process. So it was very good, very personal.